So Matthew Stafford ranks in the middle of the pack of the Pro Football Focus quarterback rankings. So in this video, I talk about really my thoughts and go through all of the rankings. Now, I will give you guys a quick disclaimer. I really don't like to do a lot of editing on these videos, so there's barely any at all. The reason I don't is because I want to give my initial thoughts. Like, what am I really thinking? Because a lot of it's just me blabbing on and talking and talking. So that's what I want you guys to hear, my thought process through things. And again, if you guys disagree with me, just let me know in the comments below. No hate about it at all. I want you guys to disagree with me because at the end of the video, I do talk about it, but that's what sports talk is. So if you guys want to skip to the end and see what I have to say about what sports talk is, you guys can definitely do that. It's kind of weird. But anyways, I thought I would let you guys know there's not much editing in here, so it's going to be kind of a long video. But again, I think it is something that you guys can enjoy, and then leave your thoughts in the comments below. And also, before we get into the video, make sure you guys click the top link in the description if you guys want to learn how to create content. Yes, I have my class back open. So we have a class. The first episode is now out. So if you guys join that, we will be dripping content. You guys can just follow the course, and you guys will understand how everything works. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. So let's get right into it. So here we go, guys. Here are the Pro Football Focus quarterback rankings. And now, in this, I'm kind of giving my reaction, give you guys my thoughts on how the rankings go. For me, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not going to get super mad about these because they're doing their thing, right? This is their Pro Football Focus. They're looking at multiple things, you know, to try to figure out where they would rank quarterbacks, players, teams, everything like that. When you look it up, it says Pro Football Focus often refers by its initials PFF, website that focuses on thorough analysts of the National Football League and NCAA Division I football in the United States. So not a lot we're given there in the definition, but basically that's what they do. Okay, they look at analysts, they look at data, I guess, and then they come up with rankings for everything. Really, it has to do with the NFL and Division I college football. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is basically giving you guys my reactions, my thoughts on how I would rank the quarterbacks, because we're mainly going to be looking at a guy named Matthew Stafford today. And is that really surprising, right? He's a Lions quarterback. We're a Lions page, so is anybody really surprised? Now, I'm definitely going to give you guys my thoughts. Why? Well, because that's why you guys came here, right? Don't lie. Don't lie to me. I know that's why you guys came. You want to hear me giving my take. I got you. No problems with that. But I have some thoughts, and the way I rank players is a lot different than I think, you know, a lot of people want to do it. Some people want to look directly at stats. Oh yeah, this many passing yards versus this many passing yards. He's better. You know, my whole thing is usually supporting cast doesn't come into the equation. I'm not sure if Pro Football Focus does as well. I think they try to, but I'm not sure how you necessarily could do that. But I look at all the other stuff. But the easiest way for me to do it is say, take a quarterback, for example, in this list. Any quarterback you want. Who would I take over this quarterback right now? Like currently at this stage. Like right now, if I wanted to play today for this whole season, who would I take over him? And that's kind of how I do my thing. Now, for me, it's hard with Matthew Stafford because obviously he's Lions quarterback. He's my favorite quarterback. Honestly, I wouldn't take any quarterback over Matthew Stafford because he's Matthew Stafford. But if there was no name on his back, if there was no team on his shirt, and it was just quarterback 1, quarterback 2, quarterback 3, who would I take by just seeing them play? That's how I'm going to try to look at this the best that I can, because that makes it so it's not super biased. So let's get this thing started. You see Tom Brady coming in here number 1. No surprise. I'm not mad at that at all. Tom Brady, you deserve to be number 1. Anybody that says Tom Brady is not the best quarterback in the league kind of confuses me at times. I think people go with the system type of deal. Every quarterback's in a system, you know, because that's just how football works. Stafford's in a system with Darrell Bevel now. Stafford's had a lot of systems, though, so unfortunately Stafford's hasn't really got comfortable like Tom Brady has with that like same system over and over and over. But they've definitely lost offensive coordinators. So, you know, he is in a system, but every quarterback is, so I can't really say that. And yes, you can say that their defense has been good, absolutely, but I still believe Tom Brady's one quarterback that I probably, if there was no name on their back, I would take Brady over Stafford for 1 year, even though he's just so good. You can see he's way up here and everything. And then we have Drew Brees. No hate at all. And I'm glad Drew Brees came in at number 2, because who's at number 3? I can't, bro. I understand he had that great last season. In his 3rd season. Like, here's my thoughts, okay? This hear me out here. Everybody wants to make a big deal that, oh, Patrick Mahomes had 4,000 passing yards, or no, 5,000 passing yards, 50 touchdowns. He had this great season. And they're acting like it's his rookie season. Okay, so let me hop in real quick. So basically the reason I'm bringing up Matthew Stafford's 3rd season is because in his 2nd season he only played in 3 games. So I'm kind of not even counting that one because he really didn't play. So that's really what I'm saying. His 3rd season for Patrick Mahomes has only played for 2 seasons. So that's why I'm bringing up Stafford's 3rd season, because I'm really not counting 2010 when he played 3 games. Just wanted to clarify that. What about Matthew Stafford's 3rd season? Well, that would be 2009, 2010, 2011. 2011. What did Matthew Stafford do in 2011? 5,000 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, but he wasn't on the Madden cover. I don't know. I'm not hating on Patrick Mahomes. I'm not hating on Patrick Mahomes. I think he's great. But I'm more against it, like, just saying this guy's the GOAT, like, he's the best quarterback already. Like, come on now, it was 1 year. Just give him a little bit of time. So, I mean, I have no problem with him being high, but I just, I want to give him some time here. And then we got Mahomes at 3. I'm going to look at the rest of the quarterbacks, see if I would switch with anybody, but we'll leave him there for now. Aaron Rodgers at 4 is whack to me. I don't know. I think, it's hard. I think Aaron Rodgers, you can make arguments both ways. You can say, well, this team doesn't have success, so they shouldn't be high. But then again, that could be calling myself a hypocrite, basically, because my thing is Matthew Stafford doesn't have success because he doesn't have a team. Now, Aaron Rodgers really hasn't had a team in the last few years, and I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It just works out that way. It's unfortunate. But for the Packers, I feel like they don't know what they're doing throughout the draft. That's kind of why he has a weird team around him. How do you not draft a wide receiver? That still doesn't understand. I still don't understand that, but I'm not mad about it. He comes in at 4. I can understand that. And then we have Andrew Luck at 5. And this is actually one I'm okay with. I'm completely fine with putting Luck this high. I think Luck's really good. And when he's healthy, he's great, right? Luck had to deal with some super unfortunate injuries. I want to see more of him for sure. But I think he's still a really good quarterback. I wouldn't take him over, some other guys. But he's definitely good. And I think you make the case you put him over Rodgers at this point. But, I mean, so far I'm not too mad with anything. Russell Wilson at 6. You guys know my thoughts on Russell Wilson. I made an argument against that video. You guys can have your own thoughts against that one. If you want to put Wilson against Stafford, I know a lot of you do. I don't have any problems with that. Russell Wilson's great. I'm not going to take away anything from Russell Wilson. But I do have a video if you guys want to check that out, me trying to make an argument against it. And then we have Matt Ryan. And this is where I kind of get upset. No. There's no way I would take Matt Ryan over Matthew Stafford. I can't do that. Yes, he had that great MVP. He had that great season. They go to the Super Bowl. They lose 28-3. Everybody knows that season. But that was one season. It's like this. The best way to do the averages is what I've always heard. You take your best, you get rid of that. You take your worst, you get rid of that. That's what you are. Matt Ryan's best was that 1 year, and other than that, he hasn't been great. But my simple thoughts, the way I said I do stuff like this, is I take a look. Who would I take over Matthew Stafford right now? I would not take Matt Ryan over Matthew Stafford at all. And again, that's not me being biased. I just would not do that. I've seen Stafford play. I would not do that. Ben Roethlisberger. Again, I wouldn't do that. One, I don't really like Ben Roethlisberger, so that's just kind of my thoughts. If I'm not being biased at all, I think I'd still take Stafford, maybe because of the age, but I got to give Ben credit. I mean, this dude's old and he's still balling. I have to give him credit where it's due. So him coming in number 8 is not too bad there. Phillip at 9. Okay. I think Phillip sometimes doesn't get a lot of respect, but at the same time, he can be very inconsistent. But okay, we're hanging on now by a thread. Stafford needs to come soon, but the problem is he doesn't. And that's where my problem comes in. That Baker Mayfield is at 10 makes me lose my mind. Like, are you... I don't want to freak out right now, but bruh, 10 for Baker Mayfield? This dude didn't even play a full season. Come on now. Come on, Pro Football Focus. Look, man, if you have a quarterback that has not even played a full season in the NFL, and he's in the top 10 quarterbacks, you have a problem. You absolutely have a problem. That should not happen. Okay? And after 3, elite years of college grading. First of all, college is not at all similar to the NFL. There are so many great quarterbacks that come out of college, and they're terrible in the NFL. And there are so many quarterbacks coming out of college, and they're like, oh, this guy's good. I didn't even hear about him in college. Because it's not the same at all, right? It doesn't work out like that. Tom Brady's the best example, 6th-round pick because he wasn't well known at Michigan, right? I mean, he was well known, but he wasn't like one of the top-end quarterbacks. But he's number 1. Again, he's like 42 years old. This is whack to me. I can't do that. And I don't care what Pro Football Focus numbers you look at. There's no way I would rank this guy. I would take Baker Mayfield over Stafford for 1. And there's no way he should be in the top 10 not playing a full NFL season. And if you're going to say he's poised to break with an MVP caliber season, come on. Y'all, think about what you're saying right now. I like Mayfield. I was one of the people that said that Baker should be the first quarterback drafted. He is the best quarterback in this draft. And he's kind of proving to be that. But to have him at 10, y'all, like, come on now. That's not right. Okay, we've seen it before. Peyton Manning was awful. One of the worst rookie seasons we've ever seen out of a quarterback. And now he's one of the best of all time. Because your rookie season is so much different than any other season. One, teams just don't know how to play you. Next season is going to be a lot different, Baker. And I'm not saying he can't be good next season, but no, I can't. I would not take Baker over Stafford. Let me just say it like that simply. Carson Wentz here. Wentz is nice. I think Wentz is good. Unfortunately, injuries definitely holds him back. Then we have Deshaun Watson, who, again, I wouldn't take him over Stafford. No way I'd take Watson over Stafford. He's a nice quarterback. I like Watson's ability. I knew him out of college. I felt like he was going to be a cool quarterback out of college. You guys were like, oh, wow, you called everything, didn't you? Like, no, I didn't call everything. But this one, I thought he would be pretty good coming out of college. And he has proven to be. Again, though, I wouldn't take him over Stafford. That's just my thoughts. Jared Goff. And here's the thing. And again, I'm sure that, look, they're aiding in his development. But people want to drop Jared Goff because he's in a system. Like, every quarterback's in a system. And if you're going to say, oh, this guy made him better, he probably did, right? Good coaches make the players better. But how does that go against Jared Goff? And I'm trying to protect Jared Goff here. How in the world is it his fault that he has good coaches? Like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, people want to say Michael Jordan had the best coach, Phil Jackson. But he's still the GOAT. Like, that doesn't take away from Michael Jordan being the GOAT, right? I'm not saying Jared Goff's the GOAT, but Michael Jordan was the GOAT and he had a great coach. You can't use that argument against him. Now, you could say, okay, this guy has a terrible coach. They have no idea what they're doing. Fine, that makes sense. Some coaches just should not have a job, and they should not be helping the quarterbacks because they're completely ruining what they're doing. But helping a quarterback, how in the world does that go against him? Tom Brady's first on this list, and everybody wants to make the argument that he is in a system. Jared Goff is in a system. Every quarterback is in a system. So how in the world could you have Tom Brady at 1 and Jared Goff at 13? Like, Jared Goff hasn't been a good quarterback the last few years. I would put Jared Goff above Baker Mayfield. Wow, I can't even talk. Because I believe in, I've seen Jared, okay? I've seen what Jared can do. I would not take Baker over Jared. I haven't seen enough of Baker. I think that's crazy how that comes up, right? How in the world, I don't get it. I hate the argument of system. Look, some players are in a bad system. Stafford was in a bad system. Stafford had a terrible team around him. Boom. That's why he's down. You can make that argument for any player, sure. You could say that. If players are in a bad system, I will 100% go with you. That's probably why they're low on this list. It's unfair. But at the same time, I don't think you can go against them for having a good system. It's like, it's the NFL. Everybody's in a system. Like, what are you doing if you're not in a system? Are you just standing there? Like, are you just calling the random plays that are coming in your head? No. You're working every single day to get that system down that your offensive coordinator or coach has brought in. So I don't think that's a good way to go against it. And here's where I might have to walk off. Kirk Cousins, come on. Come on, y'all. No, please let me know if any of you in the comments would take Kirk Cousins. Don't be biased here. Kirk Cousins over Stafford, please. No way. Stafford at 15. It is what it is. Look, he's barely in the top half. But again, I'm not going to get mad at this. They're doing their thing, okay? It basically says he has a high-end play as often as Stafford, though he usually comes out 2 or 3 times per season rather than the entire season at a time. Oh, okay. At his best, Stafford makes throws with arm strength and accuracy, both on and off schedule. Here's my thing. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think Stafford has shown consistency for sure. And here's my thing. We'll see it this season. We're gonna see this season. If this team is what it's hyped to be, we're gonna see how consistent Matthew Stafford is. He's gonna get an opportunity to show this is what I can do. I'm 30 years old, 31 years old, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you what I can do with this talent. Am I going to be consistent? Am I not? But again, this is before the season, so I can't hate on them for saying what they're saying. However, he's ranked in the top 10 PFF grade twice in his career, and last season he lacked the high-end brilliance in previous seasons. It was much more conservative passing game than the last season with Golden Tate's hurt production. And I feel like when they let go of Golden Tate, I didn't think it would have been a bad idea. The problem is, it's like Jim Bob Cooter didn't know what to do. It was like, let's just run the same plays with a different guy. It's like, no, you lost him. You have to adjust, Jim Bob. You can't run the same plays. He's gone. That was a big part of your offense. Okay, do something different. Don't do the exact same thing. It was a mess. And is he ranked just 26th in positive grade plays, and his average depth on target completions was only 5.1, the fourth lowest since fourth lowest mark in the NFL is 2016. Tricky balance, trying to tap into Stafford's strong velocity and off-balance magic, while trying to corral him into a safer brand of football, but much like Cousins, perhaps as unleashing is once again to see if he can carry an offense on the back of downfield chunk plays. So yeah, that's just kind of my thought. I think we'll see it this year. We're really going to know what Matthew Stafford's about. I think it's just that simple. But I would take him over multiple quarterbacks here. Cousins for sure. Matt Ryan for sure. Matt Ryan at 7 is if I'm Stephen A, it's blasphemy. We have Cam Newton, who I agree should be over. I'm not going to scroll and read all these. Derek Carr at 19 is kind of high, but hey, I'm not mad. James Winston at 21, okay, he's above a lot of these young guys that we haven't seen before. And this is kind of disrespect. This is legit disrespect. And I'm not a Bears fan at all, obviously. I'm a Lions fan. But to have him at 26 is it's disrespectful. I would take him over Sam Darnold. I would take him over Kyler Murray because we haven't even seen him. I mean, Nick Foles, he's nice in the playoffs, but come on now. You're going to do that to Mitchell? I think that's whack. Yo, like, he's still won with the team. Again, you're winning, though. I don't know. I think that's kind of crazy. I'm just kind of mad about that is because how do you have him below Sam Darnold and Nick Foles, who hasn't been a starter in years, and Kyler Murray, who hasn't played a game? I don't understand how Kyler Murray can be 23 for not playing a game, because now you're just specifically looking at his college Pro Football Focus grade. But everybody in college can be completely different than the NFL. So I think, out of respect, honestly, the rookies should be at the very bottom because we haven't seen them yet. Lamar Jackson, that's kind of disrespectful. Joe Flacco, unfortunately, he's kind of fallen down. Case Keenum's very low. Josh Rosen, oh, that's not nice. And then Josh Allen at 32. Wow, okay, I didn't think he'd be that low. But again, those are kind of my thoughts. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you disagree with anything I say, whoa, that's fine. I'm not mad at you guys. I want you guys to have your opinion. I want to have my opinion. That's how sports work. If you agree on everything, it would be no fun to talk sports because it would be like, you think he's the GOAT? Yeah, me too. You think he's the GOAT? Yep. All right, well, that was interesting. It'd be like, no, you want it interesting? Be like, you think he's the GOAT? No, I don't. He's the GOAT. Oh, now we're going to get into it. Like, that's football. That's sports. It's not, yo, we agree on everything. You can agree, but if you don't agree, don't say nothing. Tell me why you disagree. That's fine. I can be proved wrong. People can disagree with me. They do it all the time. I make dumb arguments sometimes at school. I made stupid arguments at school, but it's fun because it's sports. That's how sports work. That's how sport talks. I can't talk. That's how sports talk goes. And that's the fun of it, is that there's always debates to be made and everybody can have their own opinion. There is no one in the world that can take your opinion away. And I know I sound like a preacher right now. I'm not. Anybody can have their own opinion on everything. Everybody in the world, but one person could say, this guy is not the greatest, but you could be like, he's the greatest. But no one can make you change. No one can make you say, no, he's not the greatest. They can all go against you, but the fact is, you still believe he's the greatest, right? If I think a certain player is this good and no one else does, it is what it is. It's still my opinion. And even if I don't think I can back it up with stats or whatever, I can still say, hey, I think I would still take this guy. So that's just kind of how sports work. Just do it, okay? If you guys don't agree with me, I want to hear your thoughts, comments below. I'm not going to get mad. All right, don't come shots fired though. Don't come guns and blazing and just start roasting me like my curly hair, my green hair, whatever it may be. Don't do that. That's not sports talk. But you guys can definitely disagree. I'm going way too far with this video. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you, Pride, for watching, and I'm out.